Cheers.
Konnichiwa.
Whatever you say.
Or konbanwa if you're watching this in the evening. All right?
Really?
I know. Okay, we are going to do you a little bit of Far Eastern food with a big OGGIE style.
Well,
Styly.
we are doing a recipe that we haven't used these ingredients before, so we've had to go and find them. And goodness me, what a job that was.
It was fun trying to find a couple.
But we did it.
We did.
And it's all inspired by one of John's lunches last week.
It is, yeah. Before we go any further, hello everybody, welcome to Big OGGIE World.
I've already said that.
I didn't.
I did.
Well, I didn't. There you go.
Anyway,
carry on. We're our real friends, honestly.
Vaguely.
Carry on. So, yes, it was inspired by
John
one of my dinners.
had a yakitori chicken lunch.
I did, yeah.
Which was pieces of chicken thigh in a yakitori sauce on a skewer.
Sure. Yes, it was.
So what happened was our daughter saw it and said, oh, that looks really nice. Can we have some like that? So we looked it up and that's what we're going to do.
Yeah.
Now, the difference is that we're not going to put this onto skewers. We are going to scale this so that it's like a family size meal.
We are, yep.
So whereas the recipe was only enough for a couple, we scaled it up. So we're using skinless, boneless thigh fillets.
We are, which we're going to cut into
We're going to
pieces.
cut into chunks. First stage is that we make the sauce, and then the second stage is that you cook the chicken with the sauce.
We'll explain that in a second. But the sauce, this is a yakitori sauce, okay? So it's a kind of it is Japanese, but it's a kind of a barbecue sauce.
Yeah.
They use it in yakitori chicken, and in lots of different combinations. Normally you find these on bars or in bars. You go there and their little chef is cooking them on sticks.
Yeah.
Hence why we normally use bamboo skewers for this.
Right.
If you do use bamboo skewers or you do this on a barbecue, soak your skewers beforehand.
At least 15 minutes. Because you don't want fire. That's not a good one.
No, but it's a great sauce for any of those kind of barbecue-y vibes.
And I reckon it'd be good on fish as well.
Good on fish, yeah, you can use it on lots of things. There is a teriyaki sauce which is very similar, but the teriyaki sauce includes ginger and garlic, which gives it a bit more punch.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the more gentle but sweeter kind of thing.
So we will do this again in the summer, and we will put it on
a
skewers
barbecue,
in the barbecue. But obviously it's the beginning of January. It is freezing cold outside.
Oh boy, is it.
So we're going to do this, and I had this brilliant idea, whereas I thought if you didn't put it on the skewer, but you cooked the chicken in the sauce at the end, you'd have more saucy chicken, and because we're serving it with plain boiled rice, you would have a little bit of sauce that you could drizzle on your rice.
We'll see about that.
That's what we're hoping for. That's the aim.
Ideally with this, you would stick these on skewers with a little bit of spring onion in between the piece of chicken on the skewer. You would make this sauce, and then you will baste the piece of chicken, and you'll put them on a little griddle pan, or like a little George Foreman, or a frying pan. Yeah, even on a grill you can do this in the oven, or a barbecue, and then you would keep brushing this sauce on as you turn it, and it gets more and more layers and kind of crispy on sides.
That's the plan. So, different ingredients. We had to find this.
Yeah, that's sake.
It's sake in its own little cute little bottle.
A cute little bottle, yeah. I've drank a bit
It's
before.
actually quite strong. It's 14%.
Yeah. It's very good. It's
wine, did you say?
It's a rice wine. It's a fermented rice wine.
I did taste it.
Yeah.
It tastes a bit like water with a kick.
Well, it does, yeah. And there are various different versions of sake. I've had it in Japan numerous times. I've had it on a kite field in England.
So is it made with grape? Because it doesn't really have a grape. Oh, it is rice.
It's
Sorry,
rice
I missed
wine,
that. Because I was going to say it doesn't have a grapey sort of winey flavour. Anyway, so you can get it in little bottles like this, so you don't need to buy like a big bottle or something.
No, we've had them like
big
bottles, yeah.
So that's all you need for cooking, and obviously we only need that amount out of the bottle. I'm not really sure what we're going to do with the rest of it.
Drink it.
But
Gonna warm it up and drink it. That was lovely warm sake. Very good warm. All right.
Second ingredient that we've not used before on the channel is this one, which is mirin.
That's another rice wine of a kind, but
Chinese
it's
sweet rice
cooking
wine.
It's sweet. So this is dry. If you taste it, it's kind of got a dry vibe going into it. This one is sweet.
Right. So we're going to use the whole bottle of this. This was the one we struggled to try and find.
Yeah, hard to find mirin for some reason.
Whether it's just the time of year or whatever, I don't know.
It could be, yeah. You get it on
We got it
Amazon, but
eventually.
quite often in Sainsbury's or supermarkets, they've got like a Far Eastern section. You can sometimes find it in
It wasn't in that section.
But it wasn't, no.
We found this in with all the herbs and spices and the
Yeah.
vinegars. It was there. So if you go to Sainsbury's, that's where you'll find that. The sake was in the
It wasn't the Far Eastern section.
Far Eastern section. And then we're going to use quite a lot of soy sauce.
Yeah, we've got dark today, but yeah, dark or light, it's entirely up to
Didn't
you.
specify, but my thinking is dark is a bit thicker, so it might be a bit stickier.
A bit more caramelised
That's my
going
thought.
on, yeah.
And then just some golden castor
Golden
sugar.
cast sugar to again sweeten up. Yakitori is it is very sweet. It's not the most healthy piece of chicken you're ever going to eat, but it's delicious.
And bear in mind that it is chicken, and you are not going to have an awful lot of this sauce left,
Well, that's true.
because it will. We need to evaporate it. We
Yeah,
need to,
yeah.
So that's
So it is healthy because it's chicken, but it's also unhealthy because it's the
The
sauce.
sauce isn't brilliant, but you wouldn't serve the sauce as a soup, put it that way.
No.
So you're fine. Anyway, so what we need to do is combine the
Everything.
mirin, soy sauce, sake and sugar
Yep.
over a medium heat for about 15 minutes or so until the sauce goes glossy.
Yeah.
And obviously the sugar is dissolved.
The sugar's got to dissolve, and it's just kind of going to reduce a little bit till it becomes that
Yeah.
kind of sticky consistency.
So let's get some heat on our pan, and we will chuck the sugar in first. Then we will empty the mirin.
I may be wrong here
I
because
don't even know what it smells like.
my Japanese isn't the best, although I've been 3 or 4 times. They all speak such good English. I'm pretty sure yakitori means fried bird, fried chicken.
Yeah,
Okay.
which makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
In goes the soy.
In Japan, when you're in the bars, okay, you got a good version of the bar. You don't just get chunks of chicken.
Right.
You can have any part of the chicken you ask for.
Oh.
Gizzards, heart,
Yeah, I know I've seen people
Oh,
eating
you
like
name it.
feet
Yeah.
and stuff.
yeah, it's a very specialist thing.
And last of all, the sake.
Yep. So the spring onions we are going to put into our actual cooked dish of chicken
Yeah.
later. But like I said, normally you would put a piece of chicken, a little bit of spring onion, piece of chicken, spring onion. You could probably even put mushrooms on it, chicken, mushroom, whatever.
Yeah.
It's just a fantastic sauce for using on lots of things like this. It's a typical barbecue, barbecue sauce
Yeah.
for barbecue.
And I guess if you are a veggie, you could put it on vegetables as well.
Yeah, of course you can. Yeah.
You know, like I said, fish would be good. Prawns would be nice. Or any white fish would be good too.
I was at Kite Festival in Japan. I've told the story to a few people before, and I got invited over to a corner where there were some people sitting down, and because I was one of the guests, I suppose, from an international country, they wanted to speak to me, although they needed an interpreter. And I sat down with these very heavily tattooed people, and had yakitori eel.
Ooh.
They were cooking it on their own little barbecues in front of the Kite Festival. They were the Yakuza. They were very nice people, and I liked them very much. Nice people.
Not sure about eel though. Although I know a lot of people
Eel's
eat eel.
delicious. Yeah, eel's delicious. But like I said, they use these kind of sauces all the time on their different kind of barbecues. So about time we made one. So this is the yakitori sauce.
Yes.
We will make a teriyaki sauce at some point and other various barbecue sauces in the fullness of time as summer progresses. Summer progresses. It's not even started yet. It's
No,
hardly.
we need spring. Although I will say it is literally the second week of January.
It is.
And we have daffodils down here in Cornwall.
We do. Yeah, we do. We have daffodils and the camellias are all
Camellias are all right.
flowering. But there is snow only about 40 miles away.
Yeah.
It's a crazy place to live. So we're going to come back in 10 to 15 minutes and
Do you want to show a
you
little
when it's
picture
all
of what
sticky.
this looks like while it's all sort of in there? You could do that.
I could do that. I could do a picture when it's in there and then when it's not in there and all that. Yeah. See you in a while, everybody. So this is what it looks like now, and we've probably been reducing this and simmering it for about 12 minutes, probably not quite 15. Our decision is, Kelly's decision is, that right? That we are going to have ours a little bit looser, a little less concentrated, because
because it's going to go into a pan and cook in a pan, so it will continue to reduce in the pan whilst I'm cooking it with the chicken.
Yeah. If you were doing this for a barbecue or on the skewers,
you want it to stick to the chicken.
Yeah, so you want it thicker. So obviously allow it to reduce a bit longer. The idea is then it would be nice and sticky. You would brush it on to the chicken. Then as you cook it and turn it on the skewers, you then brush more on and you get more layers.
Right.
But we are cooking our chicken in a pan in that. Just telling you so that you understand and people don't go, oh, your sauce is a bit runny. It's runny for a reason.
It is runny for a reason.
We'll see in a little while when we're going to have tea.
Yes.
Right then, darling. So we showed the viewers the state of the sauce.
The state of it.
Well, and it's actually got a little bit thicker now as it's cooked, which is what we expected.
It's glossy and it's thick.
Looks very good.
And it sort of kind of coats the back of a spoon almost.
It does, yeah. So, what's our plan?
So, we are going to pour this into there.
Okay.
Most of it, anyway.
And what's your plan?
And my plan is that you're going to get your hands in there and mix it up.
Fair enough. Okay, go on then.
Maybe take your ring off though, because we don't want the chickeny bits.
I've never taken my wedding ring off, love. Well, am I single now? And available.
Single and ready to mingle.
Right, so we're gonna. It's not exactly a marinade because it's not staying in long enough, but it's a coating. So in the same way you would coat the chicken on the skewers, we're going to coat some of it now. Oh, that's a sensation you don't always get in your life, I'll tell you.
Do you know what that feels like? I can tell you what that feels like
describe
right now. That feels like liver.
Yeah, I suppose it does. Yeah,
it does. It's
a living thing.
A very, very long time ago, I worked in a butcher's for a while, and that is exactly what liver
it's got a whole feel all of its own. Obviously, wash your hands afterwards because it's not just about the sauce, but you are dealing with raw chicken here. So that is coated.
Tap is running for you, dear.
Thank you.
Just going to pop the rice in a minute.
Pop the rice in. Lovely.
Got it?
Yep. Right. You can carry on, dear.
Right then, you just give me rice to stir because you lot have the benefit of experiencing this in real time because it's nearly tea time or dinner time, depending on how close you are.
Yeah, I'm not posh, it's tea time.
It's tea time. So, what I am going to do
is transfer the chicken into our saute pan.
Spray a very small amount of oil into our saute pan. Like so. Then we are going to get some heat in said pan. Now, John was asking me about how do people tell when chicken is cooked?
Yes, I was, because obviously people may ask.
Obviously, it's going to depend on how big you cut your chicken.
Sure.
So if it's in big chunks, it's going to take longer, and if it's in smaller chunks, it's going to cook quicker.
Fair enough.
Now, the other thing that's going to make a difference with us, because we've got quite a lot of chicken, is how much chicken goes in your pan.
Yeah.
Because the more you overcrowd it, the longer it will take.
It will kind of stew and not actually fry.
Yeah, it will sort of sweat. Okay, so that's one thing. Chicken, if you're using a thermometer, which we do recommend.
Yes, we do.
Like thermopens are brilliant. They are a little bit expensive, but you can quite often get them in a sale when they're changing the colours.
They're also on our shop actually right now.
They're about 40 to 50
about 40 50 quid, but they go on forever.
But they are amazing. They are instant and they are accurate. If you're cooking chicken, chicken needs to be 74 degrees.
Yeah, 74 to 75 I reckon, so yeah, you're right.
That will cook chicken. If you haven't got a thermometer, cut your thickest piece in half, take it out of the sauce, cut it in half. If it's completely white all the way through, your chicken is cooked.
Yeah.
If there's any hint of pink at all, it is not cooked.
Yeah, this is not steak. Let's not do rare chicken, okay?
No, you don't do rare chicken. Chicken needs to be cooked. Okay?
Okay.
Please don't mess around with chicken. Right. You're going to need a bougie flip.
Okay.
I sort of kind of want the plate to be a bit, or the pan to be a bit warm. So I think what I'm going to do is probably have to cook this in 2 batches.
Okay, because we've got a lot of it. That's because we've got a lot more than you need.
Absolutely, and there will be leftovers for tomorrow.
Yeah.
And that's fine. You can reheat this.
Or eat it cold, honestly. Cold chicken with this on is lovely.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, let's start getting a few bits in. See, I want it to sizzle and that didn't sizzle.
Yeah.
See that? The benefits of an induction
I know,
hob.
so fast.
It's so fast.
Yeah. So the idea is you do want it to sizzle a little bit, but you also want to cook it steadily. You don't want to burn the coating too much. Now you've got a sizzle going on. So like we said, if you've got loads of this, you cook it in batches. If not, you cook the exact amount you need. Or stick it onto skewers, then coat it, then put the skewers in your pan. Or you can actually put them in the oven, put them in a grill, on a grill pan. Make sure you've got kind of a foil base on it, otherwise it's a hell of a mess.
Well, this is why we're cooking it in this pan, because this is a good non-stick pan.
Yeah.
Because of there is some sugar in this, so it will be sticky, which is what you want.
It's a kind of caramelly situation going on, so it can.
But you don't want it stuck to your pan.
The trick for the pan, when you want to clean this pan, when you've poured all this out, you can put this in the fridge, it'll keep for ages. To clean the pan,
it's not actually cooked onto our pan, but if
no,
you do burn it onto your pan,
put a load of boiling water in it and leave it and let it bubble away for a while, and it kind of just makes it all diluted.
It'll melt
off, yeah. So we're going to just cook this through, and pretty much kind of done. We're going to throw some spring onions in as well.
we will, but what I'll do, because I'm going to cook it into batches, I will cook my spring onions in my final batch.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. So they'll be ready.
So they'll be ready then, yeah.
So we're going to cook it like this, maybe add a bit more sauce on, depending on how we need it. It looks really good right now.
Yeah, and it smells lovely.
We're going to serve it with boiled rice.
Boiled rice.
But you can obviously just eat it as it is, really.
And obviously, if you've got it on skewers and a barbecue, you're going to have your barbecue coming.
Yeah, a bit of salady stuff. Stick it in a bit of bread. It's lovely.
Yeah.
Yeah. If you're on a bar in Japan, they probably just serve it to you on sticks as you eat and drink your drinks. Okay.
Or if you were in Spain, it would be like a tapas.
Yeah, yeah. So that's it. This is yakitori chicken. Like I said, this is very similar to teriyaki chicken or teriyaki sauce. You just add some garlic and some ginger in that to really just give it a bit more spice. So that, again, you can use that to coat all this kind of thing in the same way.
We'll take some pictures as we go along.
As it's kind of done and served. But that's pretty much it for today.
That is.
Again, another really quick recipe. It's not the cheapest recipe because you've got to find a couple of the ingredients. But once you've got them, and you've got bigger bottles, you can do it over and over again. It's not a problem.
You can, yeah.
So please subscribe. Please hit that notification bell and make sure you comment. Okay, especially if you're making some of our recipes, let us know how you get on. And please tell your friends because we really want this channel to grow. I would love this channel to be bigger than the golf one. I mean, it'd just be brilliant if it would. So,
I'll just show this a minute before we go. That side's been cooked, as you can see, and the sauce is sticking to it.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So it's, you know.
It does exactly the same as what will happen on the skewer. It's got to give it time to kind of caramelise and stick like a jam.
Like jam.
So we're going to go. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. We'll give you some pictures at the end, but it's going to be delicious. It really is.
See you
Bye, everyone.
soon.